Hello 8th grade, ding ding round 2 video for today. So I just wanted to show you that I did take the time to make a new flowchart of my own over bald eagles, their decline and rise, as a sample of what you should do when you finish on draw.io and how to make that Adobe page. So if you look here, I wanted to point out a couple things. Obviously the details. I could have easily said people use DDT, it made bald eagles eggs thin, they almost went extinct. We stopped using DDT. Bald eagles are alive. However, if you look here, there's a whole lot more research and details that went into that. That is what I expect from your flowchart. I expect the details. I expect to see the research. So please make sure that you give me the same level of details that I tried to give you. I talked about DDT and how it worked to get rid of insects, that it was sprayed on fields worldwide. There were decline in many populations of species, not just bald eagles, but it was highly effective on killing insects. Later, we discovered that DDT was extremely dangerous, completely unrelated to the species declines, so DDT was banned worldwide. Well, what we didn't know what was happening in the hindsight was that minuscule amounts of DDT leached into soil, runoff from the soil leached into lakes, rivers, and streams. Fish absorbed this DDT, but they didn't show any adverse effects because the concentration was too low. However, eagles and many other birds ate the fish, and due to biomagnification, the concentration increased in the eagles. Because of that, the eagles' eggshells were slightly thinner, causing them to break when eagles sat on them for nesting. The eagle population began to decline due to fewer successful hatchings. Like we said before, DDT was banned worldwide. After it was banned, species populations began to increase again, causing scientists to research and connect the cause to their initial decline. And so in the end, we were able to discover that the removal of DDT from the environment allowed eggshells to return to normal thickness, allowing eagles to thrive once more. Notice also each of these is labeled as human or nature caused. So once I was finished, I knew I wanted to be able to put it on my Adobe page. So the next thing that I did, this is really important, you need to know how to do this, is I needed to make it an image that I'm saving into my Google Drive. So I exported it as a JPEG image. And when I did so, I wanted it all 100%, and I said export, and I chose Google Drive. And now I'm going to have my JPEG image of the bald eagle flowchart in my Google Drive ready to go. That will come in handy here in just a moment. So let's pretend I'm going to go back to my Adobe, and on Adobe, I needed to allow it to connect to my Google. I had to give it permission to do that. But first, I want to create my page. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to click on Web Page. As soon as you click on Web Page, you now have access to creativity. You can click here and you can add a title so that you are ready to go. You can also click here and add a photo for your title. Those photos I want you to see can come from your Google Drive. They can come from your Google Photos. You can find free photos or you can upload them here. Okay, and so you could, if you take screenshots, you can upload them directly from your computer. There's lots of opportunities for loading photos in whatever way is simplest for you. So please make sure that if you want them in your Google Photos or Google Drive, or if you'd rather just upload them as a screenshot, those are all simple techniques you can use to add your photos to your title. All right, down here, as soon as you get down here is where you can start adding your information. If I was ready to add my Adobe Spark video, notice I could come here and use that URL I created, and then ta-da, my Adobe Spark video would be placed in here, ready to click and play. If your picture timeline is done from Google Drawings, you can do the same thing that I just showed you and export it as a JPEG and then upload it as a photo from your Google Drive. And so that will happen very simply. And I'll show you because now I can go to my Google Drive and I've already connected my Google Drive, so that's pretty simple. And it's going to look for images. So when you say upload a photo, it's only going to look for images, which is why it's important that you export your final product as a JPEG. So I can click on the image that I have saved. It will go in, and as you can see, super easy to read, nice and clear. when you click on it, you can change the way, like if you want it inline, you can fill the whole screen, you can make it a window, you can give it full width, so you can change how this looks on here because everything about these pages is up to you. Notice as you're creating this page, there are lots of opportunities for layout options. You can have a photo grid. You can have a glide show. A glide show is really cool because if you have lots of images that you want going in the background, you can choose them and put them in, and they will just play in your background, and you can put all your text and videos on top of it. And so, let's see if I can find any images to put in. Who knows what they are? So we're just gonna go ahead, and I'm pressing the command button right now so I can choose several images. Hopefully these are all okay images because I really have no idea what they are. Oh, look at that. There's lots of fun things. Anyhow, I was trying to find a Christmas gift for Sue, so that's why there's so many pictures there for my family. But as soon as you choose a glide show, you can say upload photos. Oh, just kidding, not upload photos. You can say save, ta-da, and then as you can see, those images are now in the background wherever you decided to start that glide show. But I could come here and I could add text, a button, which would take me elsewhere, a video, or a photo directly on top of it. So it's a really great way to take a super simple design and make it look more complex and professional. And so as you see, as you're gliding through, you're getting more images. So anyhow, I hope that this video was helpful to you. Once your page is finished and edited and all that, you'll do the share. But this is just to get you started. Have a great day today. Happy Friday, and I will see you Monday.